restroom door said gentlemen, so I just walked inside. I took 2 steps and realized I've been taken for a ride. I heard high voices, turned and found the place was occupied by 2 nuns, 3 old ladies and a nurse. What could be worse than 2 nuns, 3 old ladies and a nurse? The restroom door said, gentlemen, it must have been a gag. As soon as I walked in there, I ran into some old hag. She sprayed me with a can of mace and smacked me with her bag. I could tell this just wouldn't be my day. What can I say? It just wasn't turning out to be my day. The restroom door said, gentlemen, and I would like to find the crummy little creep who had the nerve to switch the sign. 'Cause I've got 2 black eyes and 1 high heel up my behind. Now I can't sit with comfort and joy. Boy, oh boy, no, I'll never sit with comfort and joy.
All right, it's one of the things you expect this time of year: Christmas carols and Christmas novelty songs.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's not what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna do something else. Christmas. Yeah, there's that one too. All right, so we've got something fun right now. We have some things you probably didn't know about Christmas, and kind of gonna have some fun with this one. And let's just begin. You ready?
Yep. All set.
All right. The first person ever to decorate a Christmas tree was whom? Do you know? You might know this one.
Charles Dickens.
No, it was Martin Luther.
Oh, okay.
Martin Luther.
I didn't know that.
Martin Luther is given credit for the guy who decided that there should be lights, or I guess it would be candles on pine trees, on what we call a Christmas tree now.
Yep.
Because he was walking through the woods or whatever at night, and he looked through the tree, and he could see the stars, and it looked like the stars were kind of like part of the tree.
Oh, how pretty.
He must have needed glasses, is what I say. And anyway, so that's how we get the modern lights and, of course, the other decorations. It says there are several versions of the story regarding the first Christmas tree. There is the story of the first ever decorated tree taking place in Riga, the capital city of Latvia. However, the most credible and accurate story credits the founder of Protestantism, which is Martin Luther.
Yep.
As the first person ever to decorate a Christmas tree. As the story goes, the German theologian and monk was walking in the woods and was inspired by the beauty of all the shining stars in the sky. He decided that from a distance they looked like tree branches, so he decided to cut down a small tree and take it back home. He placed many small candles on the branches of the tree, and from there the idea of a Christmas tree was born, as well as the never-ending warnings about putting candles in trees.
Oh, yeah.
And the dangers of that.
Yeah, my great-grandparents, I never knew them, but my mother would have stories about Christmas Eve. They lit their trees with candles, which would be her grandparents.
Wow, it just seems so dangerous.
Yeah, but that's all they had.
And those trees...
Yeah.
Have you ever taken an old Christmas tree down, like brought it to the backyard and decided to burn it up?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It goes so quick, right?
But back then, they only lit the candles on Christmas Eve. They only lit the tree on Christmas Eve.
Really?
That was it.
Oh, really?
It wasn't like it is now, where you have lights and it's lit every day.
Wow. I wonder how they did it so that it didn't catch the tree on fire. They must have very carefully.
And put it out toward the very end of the limbs.
And didn't have as many candles as we have lights now, I would imagine.
Yeah, probably not.
All right. The song Jingle Bells. There's some interesting information about the song Jingle Bells.
Okay.
Do you know it was not originally called Jingle Bells?
Oh, I didn't know that. Was it Dashing Through the Snow?
It was called One Horse Open Sleigh.
Oh, okay.
So kind of close.
Yeah.
And it was originally a Thanksgiving song.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. But Jingle Bells was part of the song when they called it.
I believe it's the same song. It says, what you might not know is that Jingle Bells wasn't written with Christmas in mind. It wasn't the title. The title was One Horse Open Sleigh. It was written for a school celebration regarding Thanksgiving.
Even though it's about kissing your girl.
Slowly but surely, the lyrics changed, it said, as did the title, and now you can hear it every Christmas season. The one thing about that song, let me think if I remember the words, because we were singing it all over the last couple of weeks in the mall. The guy, he gets on a horse, a horse-drawn sleigh, right?
Yes.
And they hit into let's see,
an open ditch.
They're upset.
Got upsot.
They're upset, not upset. They're upset.
Upsot.
Because upset rhymes with what? Got into an open whatever.
Got into an open.
Anyway. So anyway,
We got upsot.
It's one of those words you say, did they make up the word upsot just for the song, or so we always have fun with that one?
I've got the lyric in our office if you want me to go.
The other fun one we have is where we sing have a glass of cheer, have a jolly Christmas.
Yes.
It's the best time of the year. Mm-hmm. There we go, and have a glass of cheer.
Cheer,
right?
yes, cheer.
So then I always change the words to beer. Have a glass of beer.
Yeah, it's funny.
and then in our little bit that we do for the old folks, and anytime we do a show is it's, of course, we've rehearsed this for a dozen years now. Mm-hmm. You will stop me and say, beer, it's not beer, it's cheer.
Yes.
And then everybody who's younger doesn't remember this, but cheer, I don't know, is a detergent, a laundry detergent.
Yep, a laundry detergent.
Is it still out there?
I am not sure if it is or not because I don't use that.
So then I will say, cheer. Robin, who would have a glass of cheer? Cheer is a laundry detergent.
Right.
And so, everybody laughs. It's kind of our every year joke, same joke.
Yeah, but they get it, and it's funny, and they like to contribute. So.
All right, now the next one is regarding an inventor who never really created anything of value.
Oh.
But he did create something that is embraced at Christmas time.
Oh.
His name is Edward Johnson.
Okay.
And in 1882, Edward Johnson, who worked with Thomas Edison, took one of Thomas Edison's inventions and made an invention of his own.
Oh.
He took the light bulb that his boss had made, and he brought it home to the kids and the wife, and he said, you know what we should do? We should just color the glass and put a whole bunch of these on the tree.
Oh, wow, cool.
And so all of his inventions never amounted to anything, according to historians. Mm-hmm. And family and friends would come over, and he'd say, how do you like our tree? Wow. That's cool. That's electric.
Yeah.
No candles?
Pretty neat.
No candles. No, you plug it in. Mm-hmm. You're kidding. And then it all sprung from that. So he is credited as the inventor of the electric Christmas lights, Edward Johnson.
The Johnson.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's awesome.
He is a one-hit wonder among inventors.
That is awesome.
A one-hit wonder. All right,
you did a good thing.
Now here's another thing you may or may not have known about Christmas. It is the 3 gifts brought to Jesus by the Magi. The wise men, or whatever you want to call these guys.
Okay.
Now, you know the 3 gifts, right?
Yep.
What are they?
Oh, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. You know that, right?
I wasn't sure. But thank you. Frankincense and myrrh, that's our gold. I couldn't think of the third one. But anyway, there's actually a reason for this. And maybe because you go to Sunday school and all that, you might know this. Gold was often a gift. Oh, see, if I looked at this, I would have known the 3 gifts. Gold is a gift offered to kings. And so symbolically, by the Magi bringing gold, they are basically saying this little baby is a king.
Oh.
Frankincense is used in religious ceremonies. At least it was back in those days.
Oh, okay.
So by bringing frankincense, the Magi symbolically are saying not only is he king, that's why there's gold, but also this is a divine human being.
Oh,
this little baby is actually divinity, so they bring frankincense to represent that. And then the myrrh, frequently used at the time due to its strong and pleasant perfume aroma, was used for embalming the dead.
Oh.
And so the 3rd gift, the myrrh, was brought by the Magi because they knew that one day Jesus would perform the ultimate sacrifice and die for everyone's sins.
Gosh.
There you go.
Wow.
The reason for the 3 gifts of the Magi.
I never knew the reason for the 3 gifts. They just, say what they are, but they don't ever give the reasons in church or Sunday school.
All
At
right,
least
then.
maybe I missed it. They probably did.
So we're taking a little time right now to talk about things that are a little lesser known about Christmas. Some of you may have known some of these things, and if you didn't, then you're gaining a little bit of knowledge about a subject that's at hand right now, with the day being only 1 week away. Christmas has set several musical records as well. And you might know some of these things. The song "Last Christmas" by Wham has a distinction of all songs, not just Christmas songs, but all songs.
Really?
Because it's a Christmas song, it's played every year. And because it gets played every year, it is the biggest selling single in history.
Really?
The biggest selling single in history.
Really?
But because it's sold every year, it doesn't really make it to the charts. It's never made it to number one.
Uh-huh.
It has sold more, but not in 1 week, you see.
Oh, okay.
So it has sold more than any other single, but has never reached number one.
Gosh.
The most commercially successful single in history. How about that? To not reach number one in any major chart.
Wow. That's interesting. I would never have guessed that.
Bing Crosby, and I know you're all probably questioning what I just said because you know the story of White Christmas. It is the highest selling single of all time, with more than 50 million copies sold worldwide. So the difference being, White Christmas has outsold Last Christmas, but Last Christmas holds a distinction for selling the most without reaching number one. White Christmas actually reached number one.
Oh, I bet it did.
Yeah, so
I bet it did.
So that's the big
Wow.
distinction. Elvis Presley holds some records regarding Christmas. His highest selling album of all time, all the records that Elvis Presley has ever made, his biggest selling album, which has sold 10 million copies, is the Elvis Christmas album.
Oh, wow.
It also happens to be the highest selling Christmas album of all time. So
Really?
while Bing Crosby has the highest selling Christmas single with White Christmas, Elvis has the highest selling Christmas album ever.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
And you know, you reach certain, like there's a gold record, there's a platinum record. When you reach 10 million, it's called a diamond record.
Oh, wow.
It
I
is
never
the
knew that.
only diamond record that Elvis Presley ever was responsible for.
Gosh. Wow.
How about that, huh?
My grandma bought me that album for Christmas one year.
I gotta go get it.
Yeah.
It's
had
just be
his
nostalgia
face
for
on
me.
there. Red, it was really nice.
And the Beatles hold the record for the most Christmas number ones.
Oh, really?
They topped the charts 4 times. I don't know if these are Christmas songs or just Christmas releases. They had a hit on Christmas Day in 1963, a number one hit. They had a number one hit in 1964 on Christmas Day, 65, and 67.
Oh, my gosh.
So I don't think those are Christmas songs. Those are just songs that were released and became hits.
Yeah, because I didn't really think they did any Christmas, like
They
a
got
whole
a-
Christmas album.
You know, they
and
got.
stuff,
Hold on. If you give me a second, I can probably find it.
Oh, okay. The war is over or something like that. But yeah, the Beatles are truly a phenomenon. And they're
they did-
always going to be here.
They did stuff like this. Listen to this thing.
Okay.
Oh, well, this is John saying Merry Christmas, everybody.
This is Ringo saying Merry Christmas, everybody.
In fact, everybody, Merry Christmas, everybody. Thanks for all the cards and that, and very nice.
Thank you very much, everybody. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, then.
See, they would do things like that. They would
I
just
like
release
that.
stuff like that. And here's another
okay.
one. Here's another one.
This is Paul McCartney here. I'd just like to wish you everything you wish yourselves for Christmas.
This is John Lennon saying on behalf of the Beatles, have a very happy Christmas and a good New Year.
George Harrison speaking. I'd like to take this opportunity of wishing a very Merry Christmas, listeners everywhere.
This is Ringo Starr, and I'd just like to say Merry Christmas and a really Happy New Year to all listeners.
There you go. So that's
Oh, I like that.
the kind of thing they would do. And
I like that. I
so
think
and
that's
and
great.
as you mentioned, they had Paul McCartney has Wonderful Christmas Time. John Lennon had War is
War's
Over,
Over.
which is a weird Christmas song.
Yeah, right.
Title.
Yeah.
I mean, it made sense considering what he was into.
Yeah, right.
Promoting peace and all that. Hold on, let me go to the phone. Good morning. You're on the air.
Morning. I just wanted to say the Beatles there, it didn't take too much to learn that song. Christmas time is here again, 16 times over and over again. But I
You're right.
want to tell you that when you talked about the 3 wise men,
Yeah.
there were actually original 4 wise men.
What happened to the other guy?
Well, he had a fruitcake. They wouldn't let him go.
That's funny.
Oh,
Merry
gosh.
Christmas to
Thank you,
guys.
Bob. Appreciate that. That's funny stuff. Okay. All right. So now some more stuff you probably didn't know about Christmas. The Santa Claus, I know some of you are going to hate this part, but this is historically considered accurate. Santa Claus was actually patterned after the Norse god named Odin.
Okay, I believe it. I can see it.
All right, now
And-
do you know Odin? Do you know who he is?
Odin.
Odin, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's why they say Santa Claus was patterned after Odin, even though Odin was a pagan. I know.
Yeah. But, Fine line.
Here's how Odin worked. He had a horse that could fly.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Part one, the guy could fly. Okay. His horse had 8 legs. Okay. How many reindeer does Rudolph have? I mean, does Santa have?
Yeah, 8
8
plus Rudolph.
plus Rudolph. So he's got
Yeah.
9. Okay.
Yeah.
8. Okay. Let's see. Odin. Let's see. Hold on. Odin, not many other than according to pagan myths, Odin was the leader of the wild hunt every Christmas time, every Yule time, which is the equivalent of Christmas for the Germanic pagan tribes. The horse was named Sleipnir. Sleipnir could cover long distances in a very short period of time, just like Santa's sleigh and reindeer. According to the same traditions, children would fill their boots with carrots, straw, and sugar and place them near the chimney so that as Odin was flying around, he could give something to Sleipnir. What's the horse's name again? Sleipnir to eat.
Sleipnir.
Okay?
Okay.
Children would fill their boots with carrots and stuff, and there you go. So Odin would return the favor and reward the children with gifts, toys, candies, put them in their boots.
That's pretty
Hello,
cool.
that sounds like so that's where
That's
the whole.
right.
So they trace it back to the Norse god of Odin.
I like that. That's a good story.
All right. A recent poll in Australia showed that most people were unaware that there are 3 traditional Christmas colors: green, red, and gold.
Okay.
The same poll showed that many people believe that white is a Christmas color because of snow. The 3 colors all have special meaning. Green represents the Christmas tree, symbolizing life and rebirth. Some Christian nations, such as Greece and Romania, green symbolizes the resurrection of Jesus. Red represents the blood of Jesus, as well as the apples on the tree that Eve ate just prior to her and Adam's banishment from Eden.
Yep. I never knew this about the colors.
I
but-
never did either.
yeah,
Finally,
women-
gold symbolizes the bright spiritual light that Jesus brings thanks to his birth and resurrection.
Aw, I love that.
There you go.
I love that. I never knew this before.
Now here's another one. You might know this one.
Okay.
This is only 1 year old.
Oh.
Next Tuesday, this story will be 1 year old because 1 year ago on Christmas Eve, something pretty cool happened. Chris Hadfield, a decorated astronaut, known for being the first Canadian in history to spacewalk, was also famous for composing and recording the first ever song in space called Jewel in the Night. There you go.
You showed me that.
It is his Christmas song. It's his musical best wishes to his family, friends, and Mother Earth. He backed himself up by an acoustic guitar and uploaded it to YouTube from the space station last Christmas Eve. It has since been heard more than 250,000 times, will probably be the first thing intergalactic carolers hear if they ever visit our little blue planet.
And he worked with one of the bare naked ladies, right?
Not for
You
that.
pointed
I don't
that
think
out
for,
to me.
Well, maybe with that song. I'm not so sure.
Oh,
if that
maybe
was
not with that song.
But anyway, he did a
Yeah.
Christmas song called Jewel in the Night. It is considered to be the first ever composed and recorded song about Christmas up in space,
That's pretty cool.
done by Chris Hadfield less than a year ago.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Here's another thing you might not know about Christmas. According to Facebook, more people break up their relationship about a week before Christmas.
Really?
So right now, if somebody just broke up with you, you're in good company. A lot of people right now getting that call, getting that message.
Return those gifts if you're an early shopper. Better return them.
You're breaking up. I got you what you were wishing for.
I got to hear that song again, Jewel.
Jewel in the Night. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll find it if I can. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the last one, science actually has an explanation as to why Rudolph might have a a red nose.
Really?
Yeah, I thought I would share that with
He
you.
doesn't have a cold, huh?
He might have a cold. I'm not so sure. I didn't read it yet.
What? Oh, okay. I can't wait to hear the
I'm trying to do
explanation.
two things at once. I'm
Okay.
trying to find that song.
Okay.
All right, so let me read this, and it says, we all know Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the most famous of all of Santa's helpers. However, how many of you know why he has a red nose? Do you know why?
Yeah, I do not know why.
Some experts attempted to give a scientific answer to the question.
Oh.
Because
okay.
disease curing wasn't terribly interesting.
Oh.
That day, the British Medical Journal took samples of mucus from the noses of 5 humans
Ew.
and 2 reindeer who all live in the really cold places on the planet, like Rudolph. The results of the scientific research concluded that Rudolph's red nose is the result of extremely low temperatures that they had to face while flying during the icy nights, along with the excessive fatigue from overworking during Christmas.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Now, this is some kind of story that I have not heard before. I find all of these facts extremely, extremely interesting. I just like the idea that Rudolph's red nose is the saving grace of that foggy Christmas Eve for Santa, because all of those children would not have gotten those presents if it wasn't for Rudolph flying around.
All right, let me see if I can find this song by the astronaut Jewel in the Night. This is the first song written and performed. Let's see if I can get this actually on the air here.
Okay.
This should be the song right here.
We could play it
If I
Christmas
have it
Day
right.
when we're here.
Yeah, we should play it.
We'll be here Christmas Day,
Here-
live, as always.
I think this is it right here. Is this him? Or is this somebody else doing it?
I don't know.
So bright, jewel in the night, there in my window below.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
So bright, dark as the night, with all of our cities aglow. It's long been our way to honor this day and offer goodwill to men, and know wherever we go, it's come round to Christmas again.
Ground control to Major Tom.
Yes, exactly.
So far shines every star, there without limit to see. So grand, far away land, beckoning, calling to thee. And let it be shown wherever we go, in all of the wonders above. With all that we bring, there's no finer thing than this message, this promise of love.
All right, there it is. The first Christmas song ever written and recorded in outer space.
Wow.
Done
That is
1 year
cool.
ago on Christmas Eve. It was done by astronaut Chris Hadfield, a Canadian astronaut actually, who's back on Earth now, by the way. He since came home.
For those who aren't with you, who wander.
It's called Jewel in the Night. Fun little segment there, Robin. Thank you for doing that with me.
You're welcome. Thank
All
you.
right, we are ready to talk about the law. I got a legal question for John Fuller. The show called Legally Yours is up next. This is The Source, WOCA. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WOCA News Talk 1370, Ocala's source for what's happening in today's hottest, up-to-date news and topics.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Life jackets save lives. Wear it, Florida. Today will be a pleasant day and mild with sunshine for the most part, the high 66 to 70. Tonight will be clear and cool with lows ranging from 42 inland to 55 at the coast. Tomorrow, sunshine mixing with clouds and pleasant. The afternoon high 71 to 75. For Friday, partly sunny and warm. The high